This is our Sparklers on Liberty Square quilt, and I'm getting ready to quilt it. And I'm using the pin basting method. In order to quilt a quilt, you need to put the 3 layers together. The 3 layers are the backing, which is cotton fabric, the batting, which may be a variety of materials such as cotton, polyester, or wool, and then finally you need your quilt top. So you can see that I have the quilt all laid out, the 3 layers, the backing, the batting, and the quilt top, on a long table that I've placed on bricks to raise it higher, so that it'll be easier to work on the quilt top. So here are the 3 layers. This is the backing fabric, which is placed on the table. And you notice that I also have my cutting mats there. It's a nice surface to be pinning against. So the backing fabric goes down first. It goes right side down. Then the batting goes next, and this happens to be Quilters Dream 80-20, which is referring to the fact that it's 80% cotton and 20% poly. And this is Quilters Dream, which is one of my favorite battings because it's really nice and thin, and it gives the quilt a nice drape, and yet it's not too heavy. It doesn't make the quilt too heavy, and it's not too warm when you're underneath the quilt either. And then the 3rd layer is the quilt top, which is placed on top of the batting, right side up. And so then you want to smooth out all of these layers, with your hand, and get it so that it's perfectly flat like this. And one thing that people will do is they may put like a clamp, on the edge of the table to hold the backing and batting in place, or they may use like painter's tape to hold it. I'm being really careful to make sure that it's nice and smooth when I do this, so I haven't applied any tape or clamps. The pins that I'm using are from Paula Jean Creations, and they have these little plastic on them that makes them easier on your hands. So I just smooth out the quilt, put the pin through all 3 layers, and close it up. Same thing again, smooth it out, put the pin through all 3 layers, and close it up. Now the advantages of pin basting are that you don't get all of the fumes that you would get with glue basting. So I hope you've enjoyed this video about how to pin baste a quilt for quilting.